ThetaTraders.com here. Just a quick housekeeping idea. We're going to be out for a cruise starting this Friday out until the next week. So this will be the last economic news technical analysis video for the next few weeks. If you were watching these videos the last few weeks, definitely appreciate the support. Just FYI, I won't be doing these for the next 2 weeks, and I'll be back to the regular schedule in 3 weeks. So let's look at the major indices here. If we look at SPY in the daily chart, and daily here. All right, so we've still above the EMAs. We're near the all-time highs again. We did hug near the all-time highs on the 3rd, and then we're back to it. Had a little bit of a down day Friday, but still up above the 921 EMAs. Still quite a bit above the 200 simple moving average. RSI is still a bit elevated, near overbought, and MACD is starting to curl. Go back to the volume profile. So on the volume profile, we have a lot of volume at the 620. This could easily reach that. That's only about 1% lower. And there's a lot more volume at the 598, 588. So these are possible levels. Since we're at all-time highs, we don't see any resistance. So there could be some negative on the market, but we're still in a pretty bullish setup. QQQ is looking very similar, above all the EMA and SMAs. RSI is near overbought, but not quite yet. And MACD is starting to curl, almost reverse. A lot of volume at the 554, 530. And again, near all-time highs. We did hug near that 9 EMA, though, at the low on Friday, but then recovered a bit from there. Still a down day on the Friday. IWM has been a bit more bullish, although the Friday was down. Still have a lot of support at the 221. We are above all the EMAs finally. It took a little while to get above the purple 200 SMA. RSI is almost overbought, but not as high as SPY or QQQ. MACD still has some room to grow. Volatility has been quite a bit lower. We hit a low of 15.7 recently, and then we closed at 16.4. which is a little bit below the average in volatility. However, that might change based on the weekend news. So, economic reports first, and I'll go over what happens. So, Monday, nothing in America. Tuesday, we have the CPI, month over month and year over year. Could possibly change the market a bit. Wednesday, PPI, usually not as much of a factor. Have the crude oil, have a few of the FOMC members speaking. On the 17th, unemployment could change the market a bit. Retail sales, looking at consumers and spending. A few other FOMC members. And Friday, not much besides building permits, housing starts. Looking at earnings for this week, we have JP Morgan, BlackRock, Citi, some of the banks are coming in. Wells Fargo, Bank of America. So a lot of the banking sector, you want to look at XLF for the financials there and see how it's moving. Also Goldman Sachs. Some of the blue chips, we have J&J, PEP, GE. We also have Schwab, 3M. So a lot of the banking and some consumer staples. Now, if you look at Trump tariff news, he gave quite a bit of different countries and what they're going to be doing. So we're going to continue to work with the European Union, even though we have the largest trade deficits, but we're looking for more fair trade. I actually posted this on my Discord. So let me open that up. All right, so general questions. I left this up on Saturday afternoon. Essentially, it says that there's many different countries that are going to be increasing their tariffs up to 20-30%. I don't know why it's opening right now. But with the EU, we're going to be looking at a higher possible tariffs. They're going to start on August 1st, and there's a good chance that if the European Union decides to work with us, we might be able to lower it as well, but that's not set in stone. And a lot of the other countries, if you look at most of these countries in Asia, they're 25 to 30%. So this news was just released right after market on Friday. So we might see volatility increase a bit. I would be checking on the VIX to see if we get a spike up. I think it will be a bit elevated compared to Friday, but just keep an eye on it. When volatility is higher, you'd want to be selling options in general, and that's the main thing that we do at thetatraders.com. So if you're interested in join in any of the plans, you can look at all the information you get on each plan on the website, and you can also leave a comment down below the video, and I'll make sure to address it. Again, Lance from thetatraders.com here. Hope you appreciate this video. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps out the channel. Appreciate your support, and I'll see you guys on the next one.